Hello, everybody, and welcome in to day 5 of Adventures with Matt Season 4. This is a modded Minecraft adventure with modded structures, some modded artifacts to find, and fossils. Also some modded crops. I do have Farmer's Delight. I'm still testing some more of the farming related mods. This includes Diversity Delight, Hearth and Harvest, Farmer's Pizzeria, Let's Do Farm and Charm, Let's Do Bakery, and Let's Do Vinery. I'm still testing them. I was actually playing it yesterday, and I was setting it up auto farms for the crops, seeing what crops could get auto farmed and which ones couldn't. So normally with easy villagers, if it won't do anything, if you've got it in a farmer block, um, it it just doesn't go in. Well, Farmer's Pizzeria, I put in the basil, it went in. It never harvested, even with the farmer in there. It just never harvested. I don't know why. So apparently I have to grow that manually. There are a couple that I have to grow manually. And it also let me know how big of a room. I'm gonna need one of the big rooms like that for it, even on a 3x3 farming grid. So I've been thinking of a plan to deal with that. Um what was I thinking? My mind just blanked out. Also I am gonna but yeah, I haven't added any of those to this world yet just because um I'm still not sure if I want them. I might add pizzeria. I don't know. The basil thing is kind of weird. But yeah. So I haven't added any of them to the world yet. Because in addition to setting that up, the only other thing I did on that world yesterday was get all of the enchantments in librarian villagers. Which still took like 30 minutes, I think. Even with the auto cycle. And that was really interesting because I discovered that there is a max rolls limit per auto cycle session. Yeah, Smite required me to do it 6 times. It hit the limit 5 and almost hit the limit the 6th time. I don't know why it took that long for Smite. Yeah, that was one of the last ones I got with Smite. Uh, I was thinking, because that one doesn't need a whole lot of space, so that little room right there, that size, just the one block, or the one section room, that's enough for what we have, because there are 43 enchantments that I can roll, and if I do 3 up and down and then 5 across on 3 of the walls, that's 45. We did do that last season. I almost said last session. Yeah, we did do that last season, so that small room will be fine, although it's getting moved over once we finish putting in all the stuff. I did not leave this idling. I did pull it up half an hour ago, so I did leave it idling a little bit. So we do have some birch. It's like 2 stacks and a partial. When I checked earlier, it might be 3 stacks now. But I also noticed while I was down there that all of these were full, so I had to empty them out. It's over here. Okay, yeah, it's still 3 and a partial. Almost 4, but 3 and a partial. Yeah, these were completely full. They couldn't hold anything else. There we go. Let's make sure nothing got stuck back here. Alright. Yeah, so I put the iron in here. I also did do 1 round of trading. And I put the poppies in here. That's a lot of poppies. These were all from in these. Alright, let's back up here. Yeah, today I am just gonna be doing more trying to get the layout done, the foundation here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This has to go back 2 more sections. And then that side over there has to go out 2 more. We pulled this one out too. You can see that here. You can see the old edge from before I added this section in. But yeah, we need 2 more. And the reason for that is First, I want this to be a whole room. I want there to be 2 big rooms. Not a whole room, a big room. I want this to be a 2x2 room. I want 2 of these on each side of the entrance section. And then with the stairs, to the hall, in order to get the hall to properly aim this way and there still be access to the corner room, I have to set it up something like this. So I could also split it here and have this be the small, and then this be along, and then this be along. But this is just a rough outline. It ain't finalized. This is probably what I'm gonna do though. Yeah. In order for this to happen, this here, for there to be access to the corner room, this is how I have to set it up, which means this is not old 2x2, a big room. So I do need to still push it out one more. And then that side hasn't been touched since I did that. But also, the reason I'm moving it back 2 is because this is 3 sections, and this is only 6 sections deep. See, you can see just 3 more, which means this just gets flipped. There's something here. I want a big room here, though. So I want this to be a big room, which I can't do if it's only 6, which is why we have to go back out 2 more. Yeah, so that is what we're going to be working on today. I know I haven't gotten into the adventuring part. If you are new to the series, I jumped straight into Season 4 from Season 3 instead of having a time between the two. All my building on Season 2 was on an island, and I did do some of that towards the end, but Season 2 was mostly exploration and trying out structure mods and stuff, and so I'm taking things a little bit more slowly, just because, well, for multiple reasons, including that taking it a little bit more slowly is giving me more time before I jump back into the structures and do more structure stuff. Because, like I said, I jumped straight from Season 3 to Season 4 without them between. And so that's why I'm working on this now. But this is also going to be the base. It's going to have all my auto farms, my storage, everything. And I kind of need to get that set up before I go out exploring. Because as we learned in Season 3, even some of the smaller structures like this can have quite a lot of stuff in it. And if it's the same as on my test world, there's a mushroom village like right over here. That's going to have a lot of stuff. So we need the storage set up before I can do that. So I want to get at least the first floor of the mansion set up so I can have storage for when I go out adventuring. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this instead of going straight to adventuring. And let's get back to putting this in. Although I did go to the ancient city in the last stream so that I could get Swift Sneak. That was more of a necessity thing than anything. I suppose I could have done this offline, but I didn't want to. If someone shows up, I'll chat with them while I do this. And if not, hey, it's given me time as a break between Season 3's exploration and disappointment. That was another thing. Towards the end of Season 3, I did get really disappointed with the mods that was added in. The structure mods just weren't that fun to me. They weren't that engaging. And I did think about adding... I'm out of stone. Adding in towns and towers again to this world. But it was mostly just like... there wouldn't be a whole lot. It said towns and towers, but it looked like the only things it was... Whoops. It was given were the towns, not towers. And most of the fun from the towns that was given was from the ones that came with modded biomes, like a Mediterranean town. Like there were vanilla biomes. There's a birch village and a bamboo village. I didn't find them fun. Those ones. Like every time I found a bamboo village, it was on more than just the actual stream world. The navigation in the bamboo villages was kind of annoying. And as for the birch villages, they look kind of cool, but they were pretty disappointing. If you're wondering why I'm clearing the dirt, it's I need to expose the stone here. Oh, it's just gonna keep going that way. Yeah, as for the other dungeon mods or structure mods I also added in, they were most of them were disappointing or just frustrating. But I did keep in, you saw the pumpkins. When dungeons arise, most of those structures are fine. Like, most of them are disappointing or frustrating, but they had some pretty good ones. Hey, Mr. Creeper. Tell your friends it's buy one, get one off today. And off, as in entirely off. It's free! I just forgot the 100% part. My brain glitched out. I'm a little tired right now. Still waking up a bit. Okay, that was regular dirt. For a moment, it was looking like coarse dirt to me. We'll just go to here. We're not going to bother. Go back that way. Just for this round. Alright, let's look for ores. Okay, that's a lot. It ain't gonna be enough, but it should be enough to finish that one part, but it won't be enough to finish the back. Or to do the other side. Also, I was doing some thinking before a stream about how to handle the stairs to the 3rd floor. I was kind of wanting to do a replication of the 1st floor stairs up to it, but that may not work because I do want the 3rd floor to be smaller than the first 2 floors. And yeah, something I noticed about the vanilla Woodland Mansion is the 2nd floor is, I think it's 2 blocks taller or 4 blocks taller, something like that, than the 1st floor. I think it's 2 blocks taller. Because the 1st floor is 7 blocks tall, and I believe the 2nd floor, the 1st floor is 7 blocks tall, while the 2nd floor is 9, I believe. It is taller. It has an extra 2 rows. Because yeah, the 1st floor has 7 tall, and it has a 5 tall. It's 7 tall of planks, these guys, and then it has a 5 tall of logs. Design, that's 5 tall with logs. The 2nd floor has that as well, but then at the top, on top of that, it has logs plus another row of planks on top of that. That's on top, it still has a gap between the 5 tall thing and the floor and the 5 tall thing and the log line that's in the 2nd floor. On the 2nd floor. Alright, let's go back to this part. And hold on a moment. I am gonna need to get Deep Slate at some point. But like I said, I do think Deep Slate will work better than Cobblestone. Cobblestone works with the Woodland Mansion because it contrasts nicely. It's the right level of light in comparison. And it might work with Oak. I just don't know. We will try looking at what it looks like with Cobblestone instead of Deep Slate. But if I don't like the look, I'm going to switch it to Deep Slate. Or what I might do is I might do half of the front with Cobblestone and the other half with Deep Slate and see what we think after I do that and compare the two directly. That is something I also like to do when I'm unsure on something, is just put them right beside each other. I mentioned the realm I had years ago, back in like 2021, I think it was. Yeah, one of the guys logged on one day. I was like, "Hey, could you help me come decide something?" And he logs on, and he looks right at, came over to spawn, and looked, and he's like, "What is this?" I was like, "This is what I'm trying to decide." And it was 6, 7, 8. It was 8 different wall designs that I had that were just literally just sitting right beside each other. And it took him a moment to realize, he's like, "Wait, is this like the actual wall that you're actually building?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why'd you do that? Well, because that way I just tear out the ones I don't like and leave the one that it ends up being. Now that doesn't always work, but like here where I have to expand the whole thing and then add more in. Yeah, with the cobblestone deep slate, I might do that where I just do half of the front with the cobblestone, half of it with the deep slate, and see what I think or what I like, how I feel about it. I just love how if you get too far away, they stop moving, but they're still there. Now, that does cause issue with dolphins, but 'cause like, they still move. He's not. There ain't anything else. Yeah, they'll still move. So, like, when I'm idling at the top of my tower on my storage tower on my forever world, I can see all the pigs, sheep, and chickens in the field just turning. They'll stand, they'll not move, they'll turn. Nah, he was turned that way a moment ago. Now he's turning this way. Just doing that without walking around. Kind of funny. Yeah, I just saw him move in his head, and he just turned again. Yeah, this uses so much stone. Oh, so I still haven't been to the merchant campsite on my forever world, I think. No, I did go to it. Because I went there to get the slime from one of the chests there. The merchant campsite that's that way on here. Oh, my test world, not my forever world. My test world. Forever world doesn't have that mod. And um I realized that it was useless because I had gone there because I talked, I think last stream, about trying to remember where I got the slime so I could make the sticky piston. And I got the slime and the piston from the merchant camp. And if you know anything about vanilla structures, you can see it on the map. The jungle temple. I got back to spawn after raiding the merchant campsite, was putting the stuff away, opened a chest, and I was like, oh, right. Yeah, I'd already looted the jungle temple on there, which has the sticky piston. Actually, I think it has 2 or 3 or something like that. I should go repair my pickaxe and shovel. Which, meant that I didn't need to go and get the, take care of the merchant campsite. I already had all the stuff I needed to make the, magnet upgrade. Oh yeah, I also set up a full iron farm and toolsmith trading station on my test world. That was another thing I did yesterday. Yeah, I did a lot of just setting up villagers yesterday. I did not engage with the mod like I meant to. The mods like I meant to. Okay, so I have to go backwards 2 sections. let's just double check all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So now I need to go back to 2 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Means you're in the way, and you guys. Alright, let's double check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. Then take out this tree. Did not mean to grab the leaves. Oh well. Yeah, this ain't gonna be enough stone to get all the way over, I don't think. So I will have to go back and harvest more stone, collect more. And if you're wondering why I don't just leave this open and just cover it, I really don't like doing that. Now, I am doing it all the way over there. That's because it goes right over the water. You can kind of see it on the mini-map. It goes right over that river. And that would be even more of a pain. And I may, later on in the season, come back and fill that in. You're gonna get cut down. There we go. Okay, I ain't gotta deal with that yet. Every now and then, I want to try and convince myself to retry Reclamation. I keep deleting it after I give it a try for like a day. I just feel... I understand why people like it. It is lacked. And I think I would like it more if the mechanics weren't so complicated just for even the simple things. Like, to be able to make farm, you have to do a 4-step process to get dirt. And that's after crafting stuff. It took me a few days to be able to get it because of how much everything. One, because I didn't know what I was doing. Because I had no experience watching the mod pack or anything like that. But I was trying to follow the quests and the guidebook and all that. But I was having to collect materials. They were pretty far spaced out. And then there was the whole, I did have day cycle on why am I buzzing? Stop the buzzing. But yeah, it was, for me, not enjoyable. And I think if I were better at coding in data packs, I'd make my own version of it that would be doable for me, not like to try and compete with that. It would just be mainly for me to try and do. Because I do think I've wanted to try doing something like you turn a wasteland into a thriving world. But the problem is, without data packs, oh my god, why is it? Hold on, is that gonna fix it? No, maybe. Did it fix a little? But and I heard buzz again. But I think the only way for me to do it properly with what I have with my skill level would be to do like what I with Plain Saves and add in a chest where after I meet certain milestones, I get things I normally wouldn't be able to get in that world in order to allow me to actually do the restoration thing. Then there would be issue of how to convert the biome from the waste into whatever. So I think it would just stay as whatever, say, Stony Peaks, which would naturally affect regular mob spawns, which would probably require a data pack, which I know how to do that. I could add in recipes for the spawn eggs for the mobs, other than chickens. The reason for that is you can get chickens in single biome worlds. In all, but I believe Deep Dark. And by the way, this is regardless of biome or whether or not chickens naturally spawn there. And I am not referring to the chicken jockeys. That is partially reliant on you getting 2 of those before, or a second one before it despawns. But no, I think I mentioned it in last season. Trial chambers. They generate in, I believe, every biome except for the Deep Dark. And their dispensers have a 6.9% chance to have 4 to 8 eggs. Is it 4 to 8 or 6 to 8? Something like that. And chicken eggs. So, you know, you can get chickens. In pretty much every biome. And I think if I were to do something like that with the Stony Peaks, I would add in a data pack which lets me make the spawn eggs for the other farm animals using chicken eggs. Just like how on my Forever World I have data pack which allows me to craft mob heads and spawn eggs for the related mobs. Though I have thought about adding in more mob head, or not mob head, spawn egg data pack for it. I don't know. I haven't decided on that one yet. Yeah, my forever world to spawn requires using slime, I believe it is, a block of slime, plus mob heads, plus chicken eggs. No, I removed the slime when I was making it. I do something like that, where like I get pork chops from the Nether because the hog one's there, and use those with a chicken egg and slime maybe, and turn it into a pig spawn egg. And then cow. I mean, you can get leather from the Nether as well. Same thing there, or maybe smelt rotten flesh. The big one would be the lack of flowers. Something I could do is like a starter backpack. And have it be like story-wise, I was dropped into a wasteland, which is just a Stony Peaks only world. And the backpack has like one of each flower and sapling. And maybe the bush and stuff. And botany pots. Then I could use botany pots to grow more. But the thing with that is getting the terracotta to make the botany pots. No. I thought I saw it place one. Okay. Now, if I knew proper programming, I could also make a wandering trader variant that sold spawn eggs. Sort of like one of the one block worlds I tried. That wasn't on stream. I actually quit using that one block world and used a different one that I liked a lot better. But I did like the idea from that one where you could buy the spawn eggs. Only I don't think it was actually buying the spawn eggs. It was the next time they visited. They brought that animal with you. Or what? What in the world? That's the second time that's happened. I don't know what's going on there. But it looks like it places down the planks. We'll see if it happens again. We're at 61. But yeah, like I'll say, I think that's the best way for me to do it, to actually enjoy it, is to have some way to get the unobtainables, and like meeting certain thresholds or something. Do it, maybe having. See, if I knew how to if I could understand the feed the beast quests thing, I could put it in through that, where I meet certain thresholds and the quest rewards me with something like a flower or plant that's normally unobtainable. Although I would start off with a sapling. I'd probably do with oak sapling. I'd be tempted to use spruce just because it gives a whole lot more. But I think I would start with oak. Also, fun fact, oak and mangrove can also be obtained in all single world biomes except deep dark, thanks to trial chambers. I think it is all except deep dark. Let me check real quick. Trial chamber. Yeah, the origin point of the structure cannot generate in a deep dark biome, and that is the only restriction. That cannot. So if the world's only deep dark, it cannot generate. But any other biome means it can. So in a Stony Peaks only world, you would have trial chambers where you can get moss, slime, chicken eggs, potions of splash potions of weakness to be specific, which means you don't even need the witch trick. I see a lot of people on New World still be like, "Oh, I have to use the witch trick," and then they visit a trial chamber, go through. They don't look in the dispensers. Look in the dispensers, people. You can get splash potions of weakness in them, and that lets you bypass the witch trick for converting zombie villagers. You can also get chicken eggs. You can get oak is that there's a chance of it having an oak tree and a chance of it having a mangrove tree, and you can get even you're guaranteed mangrove propagules from mangrove trees as long as you have bone meal, because you can bone meal the bottom of the leaves. Does it have? I remember there being sand. I could be misremembering. Yeah, there's sand and cactus. So there you can also get cacti in trial chambers. Yeah, you can get cacti, you can get sand, you can get oak saplings, you can get vines, you can get mangrove propagules, you can get moss. That's a lot of stuff that you can get from a trial chamber. And that's for every single biome world except for Deep Dark. And I'm talking the single biome preset or world type, not super flat. Super flat is also single biome, but it's functionally different. But yeah, like I was saying, that's one way for me to do it is hold on. If I were to do like a Restore the Wasteland world, it would probably be something like that. I would like it to be a pre-made mod pack, but the only one I could find was Reclamation, and that one is a little too complex and punishing for me. Um, if you haven't seen my past 3 seasons of adventures with that, I like things on the easier side. I don't like it when there are complex mechanics or the difficulty scaling is too high. And Reclamation, it's a little bit too complex. It has too much to manage. I don't like having too much to manage. Yeah, like I said, you have to do 4 different processes. You have to craft 4 different items, do 4 different processes in order to get dirt. And that's the least complex the mechanics I encountered from the mod pack before I quit. But again, no hate to that. I think it's a neat mod pack. I understand why people like it. It's just not for me. And if it ain't for me, I ain't gonna play it. Especially not on stream. And that's why I want to do things like test some of the mods out on a test world. Especially after Season 3, where I tested mods out on the season pack. Or on the pack for the season, and just got frustrated. I really do wish I could have had this on 26.1.2. Although, it would be really cool to have it on 27.2 once that's out, because you'd have at minimum 3 more biomes. You'd have the Pale Garden, the Sulphur Caves, and the Poplar Forest. The Dappled Grove. The Dappled Grove. Just a reminder, that's the name, is the Dappled Grove. Poplar Trees, Dappled Grove. I'm kind of hoping that after they finish whatever the technical stuff it is they're doing, they add in syrup, like tree tapping as a mechanic, and that you make syrup and pancakes and waffles, or at least syrup and pancakes. Something else that would be cool is a honey extractor. So if you don't know, in the real world, you can get honeycomb and honey. No. I am so confused. That is so confusing. But yeah, so I need to go back to the query. Why was there lag with it generating in? That's interesting. Okay. I did close, yeah, I did close everything. Yeah, back to the honey thing. So in the real world, when you're extracting honey from, um, what they actually do is, uh, so sort of like, hello, click in, bee. So in the beehives, didn't mean to click that. In the beehives, you pull out the lid and you have slats, and the honeycomb is built up on the slats, and there's honey stored in there. And what they actually do is they open up the lid and they take out one or more of the slats, and then they wait until the bees are asleep, or they do it in an enclosed room where the bees aren't. Otherwise, the bees might get unhappy. Not always. They might, and so it's better to do it when you're like that. And then they put the slat into basically a centrifuge, and then they spin it. And as they spin it, the honey just flies out of the honeycomb. Now, depending on the slat, they may have to use a tool and pull off the honeycomb on the top first. That gets put into a strainer in a bowl, and the honey leaks out of there, just flows out of there into the bowl. But the rest of the slat gets slotted into a cylinder. It gets slotted long ways on the side, so short ways down, short ways on the top, long ways on the side, and they spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. Now there are probably machines, but like if you're doing it at home, you would use a hand pump and you'd spin it, and when you're done, all the honey has flung to the side. Hello, to the sides, and then it flows down that to the bottom, where it can then be, you open up a little tap and it flows into whatever container you're flowing it into. And so you get both honeycomb and honey from the same extraction point time, which Minecraft doesn't have. But I think it would be a neat mechanic for them to add. So it wouldn't kill, say, the current automated... Still, it has Silk Touch. It wouldn't kill the current automated farms and stuff, but it would reward players for putting in extra effort. Because they get both. And it would help with players who don't like setting up automatic farms. I've met a few of them. Not everyone likes setting up automatic farms, and that would be a way to help them out with the honey thing. Because then they can just do both. Or, oh, yeah. Or for people who just want that little bit of extra realism and the neat little mechanic. I would use it for sure. Just because I think it's cool. And that's why I'm so disappointed I can't find one that actually properly adds that in. Like, I kind of found one, but when I was looking at it, the blocks didn't... The only block the page was showing that it had was... So I didn't even download the mod. Was literally a barrel with the honeycomb, or honey... I can't remember. One of the two. One of the honey item displayed on it. And then you add that in. So say they add in the honey extractor, they could also add in the beekeeper. Expand the whole bee lineup. You have honey, honeycomb, honey blocks, candles. Honeycomb blocks. Oh, I should have repaired my pickaxe before I came over here. Done another round of that. Oh well. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to spawn real quick and repair that. Spawn. Okay. Oh. Did I put the leaves over here? Yes. No, I'm gonna have to, for the sake of the storage in there. Okay, so it produced just over a stack in about an hour. No, I ain't gonna be able to stick that in there. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're about an hour into stream, so it's time for the first break. Stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. Alright, let's get back down to spawn, repair my pickaxe a little more, and then head back over to the quarry. Get more stone. Also, I did the thing again where I put the volume just below all the way up. So I come back and I just deafened myself. If you weren't here for it, when I talked about it, so my headphones have this weird thing where if you turn the volume all the way up to the top, it gets a tiny bit quieter. But just before that, it is still at the actual scaling. And when I say tiny bit quieter, I mean it's like 3/4 the volume. And that can be a pretty big difference. We did not need that poppy. I wasn't purposely hitting it. It was just on the other side of the block, so it got hit. And this ain't gonna be enough either. I'm gonna have to do... I'm gonna have to go over there and get stuff after I use up all of this. I don't think I want to go further back than this for here. If I do end up actually doing the project I want to do here, like I said last time, I don't want to say what it is in case I don't do it. But if I do, I might need to do some terraforming to smooth this out. That ain't a concern right now. Also, I have to sneeze. Hold on. It did not come out. I still feel like it. Oh, right. Seeing the beach that's just randomly in the middle of the stony shore. Underneath the stony shore, actually, because if you go up, it's stony shore again. That reminds me, there's an area, I think over here, where I think it's river, and then plains, and then stony shore, and then plains. So the stony shore isn't even adjacent to the river. Sort of like the beach here isn't adjacent to the ocean, it's in the middle of the stony shore. Which is just, Minecraft generation is a bit funny, sometimes. Alright, let's go back to spawn now. Alright, let's get back to the back. And see how much I can get filled in before running out of stone again. I could probably start using the dirt, but I don't know how much of that I'm going to need for other stuff. That makes it look like the wolf is in the middle of the mansion, but he's over there somewhere. Nah, I think it's fine to use the dirt. This really has taken a lot of materials, too. How much dirt I have? I'll not be able to finish this section. But do I really want to use it for the other stuff? The other stuff? Hold on. What in the world? Okay, yeah, so there is something weird going on here. I don't know what is going on there, but that is definitely weird. Also, I just got pinged. Alright. I don't get how I speed along like that sometimes. It probably would have been better to have, a bigger mountain to do this on, but also this is at spawn. This is well, it's in the spawn chunks, because this is 1.21.1, so those are still a thing. Which means it's always loaded, which means it's good for the farms. I could just use slash forced load, but there is actually an area that I think is big enough to build one of these. The thing I need to decide is if I want to rebuild this on my forever world after all this work, once I'm done with all of this. Because I could use it for a mansion, or for a display. I could use that as just a regular base, a display, a museum just to display stuff. There is a mountain, I think, over here that's big enough. It should be able to host it with just a little bit of terraforming. Why am I getting buzzing? Stop that. Hello? Is it still going? Nah. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. Alright, I'm back. So many mobs are spawning over there. Yeah, it's really making it look like the wolf is, Oh, he is! Hi. You're gonna have to move at some point, just so you know, you're in the way. I was half expecting to miss that, jump, to not make it. He must have gone up that way, because before it was saying the icon was over here, so he must have gone up and wandered over. Also, I love how clustered they are there, but then here, they're spread out. These are gonna have to come down too. Because this is, while this is the edge of this, there's gonna be a dirt wall along the edges here. Yeah, it's to go all the way to over there to do. Yeah, I'm almost out of stone again. Um, yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Something weird is going on. 'Cause yeah, you can see I'm not actually placing those down. It's also not what I'm on. I'm not scrolling. It's just doing it. I was thinking, no, it would be easier for me to get the stone from here than here, because this just has so many layers and it's so skinny, while this is wide. Yeah, it would be easier than dealing with that. The one positive, if I do rebuild this with my forever world once I finish this project, is the fact that I won't have to go digging for stone. I have over 3,000,000 of it, so yeah, that's what happens when you excavate an ancient city. You get millions of stone. It was 4.5 million blocks, and it was like I think 3.2 or 3.3 million stone, and I've only used I think about 50 to 70,000 of it so far. No. Okay, where's the cave? Where's the cave? Gotta be an entrance around here. And it's gone. I don't see the nearest entrance looks like it's all the way over here. Jeez. If you didn't see it, there was a bundle monster. It would have been really nice to get another one of those. Also, this was not the center. The center is all the way over here. Oh well. Let's make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's put. Actually, let's go repair my pickaxe real quick. Then we will adjust this stuff. It helps to have the pickaxe out. Any over here? Nope. Okay. Oops. Yeah, this is what I'm hoping for more of. Those bundles. Or was hoping for more of. Alright, let's lay out more of the mansion's floor. So we have 5. So this one actually goes to here. Okay. Okay, so we have that and this. And this. Actually, that should have stayed. Um, yeah, this is wall. This is the hall, this is the wall. And this comes out. Yeah. Okay, so now we have 2 of the big rooms right here. Here and here. Then over here, we put like the iron farm in here, or not the iron farm, the librarians in here, maybe? Or that could be the smelting room. And then I might use this for the botany pots. And then this could be the iron farms. It might not be a bad idea to get that set up right now, but um if I get the iron farm set up right now, then I won't have to worry about it later. And that'll get me all the iron I need to do all the trading I need to repair my pickaxe and axe, and shovel, my pickaxe and shovel, while I harvest the materials I need to lay out the rest of the foundation. But first, let's flip this. Let's get this. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave, just so you know. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, okay. So then go here. I'm gonna have to go get more birch from down at spawn. It's over here. Okay, so yeah, it is just over a stack per hour. We're almost to the hour mark. Let's do one more. Oh, no, that'll be... Okay. That should, in theory, be enough for the rest of this. In theory. We'll see. Yeah, that should last me the rest of this section. Looked for a moment like I missed a spot. That was me accidentally scrolling. I had a scratch an itch with one hand, and when I went to scratch it, I accidentally scrolled. My wrist is popping. It's also hurting from this, which means I should probably take a break from it. But the work must go on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Yeah. And then this one. That'll be the central pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if I want to finish this section here, I need to move it over some more as well. Or, well, fill in more there. But a part of me is saying I should put in the iron farm in here. So let's do that temporarily. But the question is, should I still put in the window? Because one of the ideas was to put in windows on a... Well, in the vanilla mansion, the only windows on the ground floor are not on the rooms. They're only on the hall immediately to either the front wall. On the hall on the front wall. Which would mean... But this isn't a one-to-one to the vanilla mansion. This is my take on the mansion. Oh, I should probably... Come on. How is it that the... Yeah, looking at the picture, it's actually just windows on the first floor. The windows are just at the entrance hall itself, not even along the walls. Was mine that way? I thought mine had more. Mine might have had some on the walls, but I don't think... I don't know. Okay, that was weird. So the exterior walls doesn't have a 5 wide... Why are we buzzing? Doesn't have a 5 wide design with logs. It just has a 3. So the 5 is for interior walls. You know what? I'll keep to that. to the okay, now there's a high pitched whine. To the lack of windows on the first floor outside of oh, the new snapshot's out. Right, it's usually at 9. Sorry, when I clicked out of the thing, I saw that Quark had a message. The Quark server had a message on it, and it was the new snapshot. Yeah, so, I think I'm gonna keep to having the windows that look like the windows you have back to the image. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there to be the wall. I could do that. It would look a little bit weird, I think, but we might keep just the windows by the front door and have those be the only windows on the first floor. And then have all the windows be on the second and third floor like normal. Alright, let's look at the snapshot real quick. Any changes? Okay, so the only changes for the actual content for the drop is they added a new abandoned campsite variant for each biome, which is a lot. There's like 18 biomes that it can spawn in, which would mean 18 new variants. And then minor tweaks to abandoned camp structures. I'm still hoping they add in, because I mentioned earlier hoping that they would add in um tray tapping with this, since you can make poplar syrup. You can also make syrup using birch, I believe I read. But it would be nice to be able, what did I just hit? It'd be nice to be able to get syrup and pancakes. Be nice to do that in this game. And breakfast links? Ooh, breakfast sausage. They should add that. Yeah, it would be nice if they did that, but it would also be nice, in my opinion, if they added in pottery sherds, new pottery sherds for the abandoned camps. As like that's something that the people who stayed at the camp had accidentally left behind or something. That would be nice. I'm hoping they add in another one. We could do with another pottery sherd or two for the, well, maybe just one for the abandoned campsite. But it'd be nice. Anyway, let's take the 5-minute break. I'm gonna stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. Alright. Let's get this wall put in. We're gonna need a little bit more. Also, let's look at the... Oh, that's interesting. Um... Okay, so the corner is pure cobblestone. That's interesting. When I say the corner, I'm referring to this part right here on the vanilla structure. This is cobblestone. And then this is cobblestone wall. Where's my stone cutter? I thought I had it with me. No. Huh, okay. I can just make one. Actually, can I? I don't have redstone. Let's go get some dust. To explain why I keep opening this one, the reason I keep opening this one is because this is the one that the ores and stuff are in on my test world. There we go. Okay, here. Actually, let's get the shovel repaired a little more. Do you have mending? You do, okay. Let's repair the axe as well. Nothing back here, okay. That is the wrong window. There we go. So I just looked over and noticed that when I came back to stream, I apparently clicked on the wrong thing. And it what? And I clicked on the wrong thing. And yeah, so when I looked over, I was not looking at Twitch to see if someone was talking. And that's how it is in the vanilla mansion is just like this. And then that. Yeah, because this level's that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the floor. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, it doesn't. You can't see it from the outside. But when you look at the plan for the second floor, it's 1, 2. It goes up to there, and it has that, and then it has. Oh, it has 3 more. It has 3 more layers. Okay. So the second floor has 3 more layers, not 2 more. It's 10, not 3. Or 10, not 9. And then here we have Wait. No. 2, 2, and then oh. You have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm messing this up. It is supposed to be. Huh. How does that work? Because if the rooms are 7 by 7 on the inside. Oh, I see. Okay. This was messed up from the start. This is supposed to be where. Okay. So this is that actually that this is the corner pillar, and then this is the walls, and then okay, so it actually does. Oh, right, yeah, that was why I wanted it out one more with the grass on the side. It wasn't for walking space, it was for the tram. Alright, let's get this in. Now, is this see, with the dark oak, it's just the logs, it ain't stripped. But would this contrast a little too much? Should I strip it? And then the ceiling goes up from here. Oh, and then the vanilla, this right here is covered. There's a trim around that. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's just a straight cobblestone trim. But it does also have. That's interesting. Nah, it's the corner. This ain't gonna have anything. But 1, 2, 1. Oh, I did the wrong side. Like that. And it goes like that. Yeah. Is that fine without it being stripped? That's the question. Instead of answering that, I'm gonna put in the dirt here. So I can get this corner done. We'll just go to here for now. I don't need to go all the way over. I probably will. I just don't need to at the moment. Okay, so I did go all the way over. I forgot that I had gone to the wall. Okay. So in here, almost fell off the edge. Okay. So it looks like here it has... Yeah, okay. So I actually need more walls. Um, then... Right? Yeah. And then to here, it goes like that. And then it goes like that. And then when I start this section, it starts over like this. So it'll be 3 here. This is... Yeah. That. Middle. Yep. This side is 2. Alright. Yep. Okay. Oh, I could have put. Oh well. Since I had the one here, I could have just put it on top. Oh, I remember. Maybe. I might remember that next time. Now, the interesting thing, if you actually look at Woodland Mansion, they do still have that pattern on the interior walls. So we will be doing that here as well. And I'm going to assume it's safe to assume that this is how it's... Or that it's safe to do this now. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, no. It's like that. It's like that. I did mess this up. Oops. So if I turn the corner, it's 3. Then center. 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3. And then 2. Okay. This is so interesting. Yeah, it goes like that. And then... Oh. Accidentally zoomed in a bit too much. Yeah, so looking here, so this is the first floor. But that's not... This is saying it goes between the 2 floors, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing this. Where in the world is that located? Oh, okay. As for going up to the 3rd floor. Wait, but this is showing... Oh, so this mansion has the 3rd floor on an extension out the back, but the mansion that we encountered in season 3 didn't. And I don't think the mansion from season 4, or the mansion I know about that's way, like, right over here, I don't think that one has a back extension as well. I think it's just a straight... Oops. Just a straight rectangle building, and it doesn't have an extension on the back. Although that could solve one of my issues. I ain't gonna do that. At least not for this building. If I build another mansion, I might. I could build one up here. I was thinking of building a castle up here on my forever world. I just don't know. Because this is the adventuring town. I don't know if I want to put a castle right by that. Castle might get annoyed. Yeah, so it looks like the one thing I was looking at on there is only used if rooms extend out of the main building up to the 3rd floor. So, like, say that we had that, another one of those, but it came out off the side here, and then the stairs up to the 3rd floor was in it. Because it would have just rooms, it wouldn't have a roof on it. So there's a special, um, whatchamacallit, piece that is used just for that one specific slice. That's used just for that one specific thing in the transition between the floors, which is pretty interesting. Anyway, let's get this taken care of here. The entrance is this. So in the vanilla mansion, there is let's see where it's located. It's 3 and then that. Okay. Bam. Oh, I didn't do over here. 2 more? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to. This is the center. 1, 2. Oh wait, I could just do this. And that's my way back up. Boop, boop, boop. Also, I ain't gonna lie, since I use just a screenshot I take from the game to um use as the thumbnail, I actually thought about not putting in the walls at all. That when I stand from there, like I normally do for taking a screenshot, you would see the iron farm in here. But as you can see, I nixed that plan. I wanted to get the wall taken care of. So this is the ceiling, which means it's also the floor, the next floor, I think. No. Would it be? Yes. Yes, it would be. So this is the floor. Okay. And yes, I know it needs lights. I'm gonna put some stuff in there in a minute. I'm close enough, nothing's gonna spawn. You have to be at least 24 blocks away. This is only 14 wide. Okay. Oh, that's why I ain't moving fast. Let's eat. I'm hungry. It ain't lunchtime yet. Spruce, that was it, okay. What is this? Oh, the sewing needle from that. There we go. And if I turn off night vision, you still get a little bit of dark space right on the middle. But considering that it is still 8 light, even though it looks dark, it ain't actually that dark. It's still over halfway to 0. Alright, so this is the room for the iron golem farms. And they'll be like that. It has to be 4 up. Do I have gold down at spawn? That ain't a random thing. It's for the barrels. Yes. I have 7 gold. Okay. Oh, that ain't enough. I'll just do iron barrels for now. Wait, levers, levers, levers. Do I have levers? I do not. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna make a 3rd lever. Because 6 planks equals 2 barrels. What's the thing I was just... Oh, redstone dust. Okay, so we have 2 of those. I don't need the advanced because it can't hopper the iron, so it won't try to hopper the iron. What about compacting upgrade? Should I make a compacting upgrade? There's only 2 slots in an iron. So this will get filled up, but I think stack upgrade is better to start. Wait, no. Sorry. You. And then you. We're just gonna leave that in here. Then we're gonna head back up to the mansion real quick. We're gonna head back to spawn real quick. And grab a hopper. Head back up to the mansion. Also, the reason I'm comfortable putting it in the room already is this is a finalized layout for the sidewalls. So while I do still have to expand the back some more, as you can see there, and the side over there, this corner here is set from there, that room, all the way to here, and all the way down. This is the finalized layout. So there is no issue with me doing this. Alright. Now, barrels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Composter, barrel. Okay. And that is why I said it's gonna be 4 up. I still don't know how I feel about that not being stripped. We'll leave it. I only have 8 of these, so I need to go make more. I ain't got enough glass. And I ain't able to buy glass from anyone. Okay, so let's smelt some sand. No, no. Sand. Okay. So, and the reason for that is it takes 5 sand to make 1 iron golem farm. And I have 8 of those. I need 17 more. And that's, or glass panes. And I need 8 glass, or 5 glass panes. So if I have 8 of these, that's 17 more, which is 50, 85 panes. I have 60, as you can see. So I don't actually need to smelt all of those. But actually, I only need to smelt like 12. But it's fine. You know what? While this is... While those are smelting, we can put those up here. Yeah, they don't stack. It's all the easy villager stuff. The moment it's placed down, it no longer stacks, even if it's never used. Which is a little annoying at times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Right, I need to get the lava buckets. Which ain't actually that hard to do. Where's my bucket? Oh, it has water in it. I'll just make a new one. I need 17 more, but that's fine. I'll do... Needed to grab that back and didn't. Oops. Alright, let's head back to spawn. Throw all of these in here. We need the space in a second. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, okay. Oops. Alright. Need 24 hoppers, which means 2 more of these. I feel like I heard a chicken cluck, but I didn't see it in the subtitles. You know, thinking about it, nothing says I have to put the trade farm right here. I mean, I probably will. I could just stick it in the room right over here and have it be next door instead. It does look a little off with this here, because this is actually in the center point rather than here, but that's fine. It does look, it makes that look like it's not centered, even though it is. I could always just stick another one right here, I guess. Nah, I'll leave it. Oh, also, on the interior walls, it's actually... like this on the interior walls. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's what it looks like on the interior walls. Yeah, and it is just a straight plus with the center knot. Also, with 25, it's already over 2 stacks, almost to 3 stacks, and that's in just a few minutes. Let's get these guys. That's you. Do I have more smithing tables? No. See, if I did them in here, I could have them on this wall, and this wall. But for now, we're gonna... Here. Just do this. I think last season I did 3 and 3. I did 8 instead of 9. Or, no, not 9, 8, 12 instead of 9. We'll do that again. Alright, let's go get 9 more villagers. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That will only last until them getting stuck on that will only last until we get a tank upgrade. Over here, okay. Oh. Now we're gonna go... Actually, let's... Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go toss all those into lava. Our magnet is off, and I'll just quickly destroy everything. There we go. Back to spawn. That already looks pretty cool, and it's just one room. I don't know how I'll deal with the just sheer cliff face, but I ain't gonna worry about that for now. That said, let's head back up there. Okay. Should I start setting up the botany pots room? I haven't decided if I want it to be this room or this room. Or it might be on the other side. Thing is, I do want it to be one of the big ones. It could also be that room. There's no one here to ask, though, what they think. Oh, also, tables. Do I have another table? No, I used all the tables. Bruce table. Let's get this. Do I have the fences? Yes, okay. And then the lanterns. Where are the lanterns? Here. One, two, three, four. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does it show the pillar? That's corner, wall, interior door, entrance, walls. Is it 3 up? No, it is 4 up on the vanilla. Okay. So yeah, that's in the same spot as in vanilla, but in vanilla it has a torch on top. I put a lantern underneath. Lanterns are slightly brighter, and having it lower gives more visibility on the ground. These are all rooms. Rooms. That's the stairs up to the second floor. Or the third floor. This says it's a straight staircase. I had a curve. I had a curved staircase, not a straight one. Ah, here's the curved one. Oh, it's either one of two, not either one of the two. Okay, that's just a front and back view. Okay, so it does either the straight or the curved. Yeah, I had the curved. Um, these are rooms. I ain't seeing. The hall pillar. What is that? Oh, it's a secret room. 'Cause, yeah, those are all halls. This is hall stuff as well. Okay, so I'm guessing it's really just a junction of these turned different ways, maybe? I put the by the way, there's not, that there, that's me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And it won't be so, just everything is birch and oak once I'm done. Well, like, you can already see I'm putting in spruce. There is gonna be carpet in. I just don't have, uh, the resources for that yet. Oh, we are at the 3-hour mark as well. So let's hop on over here for the next break. For a moment, it seemed like everything got darker. My night vision didn't turn off. Okay. Alright. So let's do the next 5-minute break. Stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. Okay, do I want to set up another room? Or at least start setting up another room. Yeah, I haven't decided if I want to put the librarians in here. I don't know what I would put in here if it ain't the librarians. I suppose it could be my smelting room. I mean, like, right next to this, it would make sense to have a smelting room. And the librarians could go in that one. Actually, it would make sense to have the smelting room. No. In Season 3, I had the smelting room, um, right beside... Not right beside, but, so, like, when you entered the mansion, so you came in, it was the short end that had the entrance. So you came in, you had the stairs right here, and then you turn left, and it's the hall against the front wall. No windows. And then there was a small room. I had this mountain room there. And then there was a skinny room like this right here, a 2x1, along the side wall here. And this is where I had the botany pots with the vanilla stuff. And then there was another skinny room right here, 2x1, that had the botany pots with the modded stuff. Well, the Farmer's Delight modded, or the Farmer's Delight stuff was also in the vanilla room. And that's how I had it set up. That was just, that was the natural layout of the rooms. I'm trying to decide, should I stick it, should I put the botany pots here and the smelting room here? And the librarians all the way back there? What would that room be? I don't know what I would use for that room yet. But I could do storage. That way I just come in and I've got the storage right here. I just come in and bam, storage. Or maybe I come around this way and bam, storage. That would make things a lot faster than having to walk all the way around to here. I don't know what that room would be. I haven't decided on that. I could dye some of the sheep blue and some of the sheep green and put in carpet in. Just right over here. So that looks nicer. Let me go. What was that noise? Smelt some cacti. Wait, have I already? No. Okay. Shears. Didn't I already have shears? One of the last things is you can't dye a sheep the same color it already is, which saves me a bit with this. It doesn't matter if I get any of the white sheep. Just because I will eventually use the wool. Alright. Or the villagers don't sack for some reason. Yeah, that's more than enough blue wool. At least I think it is. I am gonna get more white wool. I don't really need it, I don't think, whereas... Is it in here? Yeah, I don't need the white wool. Okay. I did not mean to keep holding that down. Let's go put the shears away. And that should be enough for this. So in the vanilla mansion, let's grab these. One of each left, okay. It's 3 wide. It's 3 wide like this. And then they have the color like this. What I'm thinking, and then it goes like that. What I'm thinking is potentially either doing it like this, or let's go over here for a moment. I don't have enough blue. Doing green instead. I could have done it there. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Do I like green with the blue border? Green with the white. I don't think I like it with the white border. Blue with the green. Green with the blue. And I can always come back in later and change it. We'll do green with the blue for now. Also, reminder that there is not a tool that makes picking this up easier. Even if you can use shears to pick up wool blocks easier. So yeah, this ain't. That said, I think the Goblin Tune tools do, just because they have increased block break speed. But that's also not something we've got at the moment. Three. Okay. I think like that. Stop. Okay. Actually, I think when it comes to going into the rooms... No, it just goes through the halls. Does it? It may go up to the entrance of the rooms. We'll see. Actually, you know what? Let's check back on the VODs. Do the video. Oh, this one didn't have me. I probably came into the building. No. That's still me exploring. Here we go. I'm back to the mansion. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, so it does just loop around like this. It doesn't actually go into the, or up to the entrances. And it's buzzing on me. Let's go get more wool. And you need to stop buzzing. For the shears. Oh, I put them away. Hold on a moment. Does this fix it? No. How about now? Nope. How about now? No. It's getting pretty annoying that it's doing that. Okay. Oh, hello. So I could use... There's one things I was thinking of was having the wool farm be in here. The bee farm was in a small room, wasn't it? I just... What I was thinking is maybe put the, wool farm in the big room right there, and then maybe I could use this one for the bee farm. I probably didn't put animal pens, like actual just pens in here. Like I started to do last season on the second floor. Um, but yeah. The wool farm I do want in here, so I could put that right here. And that'd be this big room. And then the bee room, or the bee farm in here. No. Oh, I'm just barely short. I need just 3 more green wool. And I am lacking that. A part of me wants to change the oak fence there, those, for spruce or birch. How would it look with that instead of oak? Like them blending in, that ain't bad. But I think it would look nicer if it did have a little bit of contrast to it. So the spruce might work, or the birch. Let's go get more wool real quick. Also, I'm gonna get some other stuff while I'm down here. Okay. A book, feather, and ink. I didn't do it in season 2 or 3, but in season 1, I kept a log of the missions, of the plans. I was calling them missions, it was the plans for what I'm doing. And I would make a new one every time I changed missions, which was basically projects. So yeah, the missions in season 1 were the projects. And I was keeping a log. Oops. Uh, we can do that. And that'll help keep me on track for what I'm doing. Then I can look back at it. There we go. These are starting to get full. I'm undecided. I think the cobblestone does look fine. I think maybe if I had used birch for the walls, deep slate would be better. No. I had to click twice. And yeah, I like the way this looks. I do like this carpeting. Um, I want to put in this room. I don't know what to do for it. Should I have the entrance right here or right here? That's another question. If it only has one entrance, it would need to be there or there. I mean, I can put it in the room without actually using it. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it in the room now. Wait, no, no, no. Wait, did I mess that up? Let's look at the picture again. I did mess this up. Okay. Get this back out. Yeah, because you are supposed to have the two. Oops. Two. Yeah. Between the bottom of the decoration and this. And it's 1, 2. And then here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. And then over to this side. That's all done. Wait, no. Um. 1, yeah. Goes 1, yeah, okay. Oops. Um, oh, that was wrong. I should have had the short ones. Oh well. I'll fix that in a moment. It's how many? 1, 2, 2, and then 3. 1. Oh. 1, 2, and then the middle. Here. 1, 2. Right? Yeah. There's a gap of 3 between. There we go. Okay. Let's fix this. These are exterior walls. Okay, apparently need to make more of this. You know what? I think I'll put the door right here. It would be this one? Yeah. I really should be stopping. I've got to put something in to cook. I wouldn't have to. I actually went to the store and I got meat yesterday so I can make more spaghetti. And then I forgot to get sauce. So I don't have leftover spaghetti to make. I'll be going to the store to get the sauce, probably Thursday. Means I did put chicken down to thaw yesterday. So now I can make the chicken that, you know, I kind of Forgot to start thawing the other day. Hurry up, yeah. Okay, there we go. Should I give the sniffers a second floor room so they can have windows? If I did that, I could give them a bigger room. But at the same time, if I do them on the first floor, like right here, or maybe in the flip over there, um, I could just replace the birch with grass, and they'll have grass. But if I do it on the upper floor, you'd be seeing dirt on the bottom. Yeah, I'm liking this. I still don't know if should I replace those? We'll leave it for now. It is time for me to end stream. I really need to go put something in to cook. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you're watching on this as a stream on Twitch, you can catch the VODs for the whole series on my YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you can catch me streaming live on Twitch. My current schedule is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The name is the Draconic Mat. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.